Hi everyone, welcome to today's Monday Rapid Fire. Real wealth is made in pullbacks. You really shouldn't be afraid to buy when you see red. Everyone wanted to buy Bitcoin when it was at, racing towards 100K only a few days ago. And we were saying, Sui's rocketing off to almost $4. It was just going vertical. Everyone wanted to buy it at $3.70, $4. Like, just be careful, moderate your thinking, have a look at the moving averages. This has to moderate and come back to certain core levels. Look where they are, set your orders, be patient. With Bitcoin too, it could have ran to 100 and above, sure, have that upside plan in place. But if you're looking at, where is the best place to buy Bitcoin, it was always back at around about 92,000 down to 89,000, where you've got the 200-day moving average, you've got the 100-day moving average, you've got the 20 SMA. You also have the weekly 10 and the weekly 20 as well in that region. So anywhere in this here is kind of like an untapped liquidity where I would expect bulls to come in really hard. Yes, there's a bit of gap here. I don't think that matters. I think buyers will come in at anywhere between this point. It's a really, really strong move up, and I think there just needs to be a bit of a dip into this area. If 92,600 holds at this core horizontal, then Bitcoin's just simply going higher above 100K. I think that's just in line. I think we challenge 100 again. But in the meantime, I'd be happy for this to grind through here a little bit more, grab some more liquidity, grow in strength. The good thing about what I'm seeing here, guys, is that altcoins against Bitcoin, especially some of the majors, are beginning to make higher highs and higher lows, or at least growing in strength. So if I'm going over to Solana here, I just like how this is beginning to shape up. You've got this huge horizontal through here. You see how important this level is? Solana essentially doing an inverse head and shoulders pattern here. It's grinding on the right shoulder, and I think it's ready to move higher. It's trying to break some of this little downtrend here and go higher. That's what I really, really like. So watching Solana really strongly there. Sui already had a major move against the Bitcoin downtrend, and it's trying to bottom here. It needs to claw its way back above the 200-day moving average. And apologies for the squiggles there, it might be hard to see, but just broadly looking for altcoins that are telling you the trend is very much changed, and the dips where you need to be buying. The trend has changed, it's up, but there's going to be pullbacks. That's where you want to get interested versus buying the downtrend, which is constantly making lower highs and lower lows. Any other charts I'm really interested in? Yeah, Litecoin for mine looks really interesting. So Litecoin, if you see here, it's in this pennant. Even after a big downtrend, you need to be a bit conscious and cautious about buying certain cryptos if they're in a pennant like this, or a triangle at the bottom of this big down move, because it generally indicates continuation. But if you look at where the Bitcoin's at, trending higher, I think the market wants to go higher. You've got a massive bull divergence. See, this momentum is just increasing on the RSI while the pennant was growing, and it looks like it wants to break out here, so don't mind that at all. Ethereum getting better, but the thing with Ethereum is it's not a buy for me at all here, but it can very well be a very interesting choice if it gets above some of these levels, 0.218 and then 0.42. I just want to see some higher highs and higher lows. But what Ethereum indicates to me, when Ethereum is moving higher and looking in a really positive state, then altcoins really enjoy Ethereum moving higher. So that's all I'm really caring about, that, because you've got Solanas and Suis and other layer ones that have been outperforming Ethereum, by the length of the straight. So if they are still outperforming Ethereum, I don't want a bar of it. We just go on over to some of the USD charts. Bitcoin charts, so if you're looking at Solana BTC and Solana USD, I find the Solana BTC pairs, or the Bitcoin pairs generally, the more reserved. They're not breaking out as hard. So when I do see a lot of strength or certain levels flipping for the bulls on the Bitcoin chart, I think it's a lagging indicator. I think the USD chart should be well in front, and it is in most cases. So Solana, like I said, was looking really nice, creating that inverse head and shoulders, while the Solana USD chart's already expanding. It's broken the downtrend. It's created this nice higher high, nice pullback, and I think it's going towards the 200-day moving average. So just a kind of a rule of thumb for me, guys, anything below the 200-day moving average in a lot of these cryptos is risky. There's a lot of guesswork. Nothing good happens underneath the 200-day moving average. You can plan for that. You can have a certain allocation that you're buying beneath that. But I think once you get above the 200, we get a lot more confident around the cryptos that they're due to now make new highs. So that's kind of my benchmark. LTC, again, is one of my favorites right now. There is a core level here. You can just see how important this is through here. It's trying to break up through. First one was a bit of a fake out. It's coming back up. I've got my alert there at 88,000, 8,800. Sorry, $88.83 we got there in the end. If it closes in that region, I think this just looks prime to run. So lots to like about a lot of the cryptos out there, guys. I can't explain them all in the longest session. For clients, I really went into a deep dive on all the BTC pairs and a lot of the USD pairs. So if you're interested in that, make sure to reach out to the team and we'll get you in the course. And also if you want to become a mastermind down the road, you can as well. I also go into 3 charts every single week on a Wednesday. Cherry Right, one to watch, and Danger Zone, the extended version. If you're a newsletter subscriber, I go into a broader market analysis that I do with the masterminds as well, and maybe show you some extra charts. Overall, things look really good. You always have an upside and downside strategy, and look at the longer term here as well. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Catch you again soon. Bye.